ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the ValveTime news for February 9th, 2015. Each week, most of the time, we'll bring you the biggest talking points regarding Valve and the community. Our YouTube channel has been pretty quiet for about a month now, mainly because I was sick and lost my voice for a few weeks. Since we missed episodes over the past 4 weeks, we have a decent amount of catching up to do, so let's get on with it. Most of the news from over the unplanned break took the form of sizable or significant Steam updates. These include the recent release of Steam Broadcasting, which was made available to all users following only about a month and a half in beta. As of the Steam update on Monday the 19th of January, any user may now host or view live streams directly within Steam by using the Watch Game or Invite to Watch options available on Steam profiles or the Friends list. Once live, hosts can interact with their fans and friends using a new broadcasting window available from the desktop or within the Steam overlay. Given Valve's recent shift towards providing users with tools to create their own video content with the aforementioned Steam Broadcasting, it was only a matter of time until video streaming became more widespread on the Steam platform. This became a reality on January 29th, when a new Steam client beta update added the option to stream and watch films and other video content without having to download a file, potentially several gigabytes in size, similar to streaming services such as Netflix. For now, the functionality is restricted to Valve's own Dota 2 esports documentary free-to-play, which now features the new Watch option on its Steam store page. Once clicked, the button will open a new-ish video player, which is configurable in a number of ways. The HTML5 player features various modifiable resolutions from 36p up to 1080p, a display showing how much bandwidth is required for each of said resolutions, a playback speed option allowing the user to slow down or speed up the playback, and even multi-language captions should the film support subtitles. Whether or not Valve will look to bring more film or television content to Steam in the future is unknown, but we'd definitely be open to the idea of having even more entertaining content all in the same place. That wasn't all for Steam, however, as a new Steam Client Beta update released this past week added a new tab to the game library, which displays all currently owned downloadable content for a selected game title, while also listing when it was acquired and whether or not it is installed. If the selected game title is installed, the list can be used to manage the installation of DLC packs, something which should prove useful should you want to return a game such as a complex DLC-riddled RPG back to its vanilla state. It wasn't just a good month for the people who consume content on Steam, however, as it was also revealed community content creators have earned a total of $57 million since the launch of the Steam Workshop in late 2011. The total, which has been earned through the sale of items for Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, and Team Fortress 2, is reportedly split among 1,500 different individuals spanning 75 countries. Obviously, this is a huge sum of money for people essentially creating virtual items out of their boredom, but content creators have so far only been able to create items for 3 of Valve's own titles, something which can now change thanks to an update released alongside the announcement. As of last Wednesday, the first 2 third-party curated Steam Workshop pages were made available, including one for Dungeon Defenders Eternity and Chivalry Medieval Warfare, both of which have already begun implementing community-created hats, masks, and weapons into their ecosystems. A series of new revenue tools have also been added to Steamworks to help developers manage and analyze their curated workshop pages using accurate graphs and charts with real-time data. The ability for the community to create and sell items within third-party titles was further supported a week later on Friday the 6th of February in yet another update to the Steamworks platform. The new Steam Inventory service allows third-party game developers to easily give out and manage virtual items which remain consistent across Steam. This effectively provides other games the functionality Dota 2, Team Fortress 2, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive have used for many years now, allowing developers to give out in-game items for playtime or performance before having them be sold on the Steam Marketplace or traded to friends. Different attributes can also be tied to droppable items in order to control their distribution, such as the not tradable or not sellable tags used in Valve's trio of active titles. More information about all of the many Steam updates we've mentioned so far will be available in the video description should you want more details. Okay, enough Steam for now. Team Fortress 2 received a pair of small patches over the past few weeks, with each patch focusing on very different areas of the game. The first update, released on January 15th, introduced the remaining items from the TF Tomb contest, namely the 3 runner-ups. The Booten Commons, Orion's Belt, and Pocket Raiders have now all been added to the Manco store in the in-game drop system alongside the previously introduced winners of the contest, the Tomb Raiders, Crown of the Old King, and the Jungle Booty. The second update, released on January 27th, instead focused on updating and balancing the Mannpower game mode, as Valve have attempted to prevent flags from being repeatedly stolen in quick succession by giving them a 12-second respawn timer. The mode's scoring system was also changed to fit its unique nature, meaning capturing a flag will now award 20 points, returning your own flag will award 4, and killing an enemy carrying a power-up provides an extra 1. Speaking of power-ups, Vampire, Warlock, Haste, and Precision were all buffed or nerfed in various ways, while a new temporary power-up known as Uber was also added. As you would expect, this power-up provides a brief period of invulnerability and can be found in the center of the map alongside the existing critical hit power-up only at 1/3 of the respawn rate. Valve also implemented some minor bug fixes alongside both TF2 updates, so be sure to check out both changelogs if you're interested in learning more. Like Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive also received a number of somewhat important updates over the past few weeks, most of which focused on adjusting the still-in-flux balancing of Cobblestone, Mirage, and Overpass. While the small update in late January added some minor changes to Cobblestone while rerouting the entrance between Bombsite A and the Upper Park and Overpass, an update released this past week kind of blew those out of the water. The patch, which focused almost entirely on Cobblestone, massively edited the map's layout, including removing sniper rooms from the courtyard, placing more cover in and around both bomb sites, removing the rear balcony area from Bombsite B, rerouting T main, and many more. Other updates spread across the last month have also added a bunch more miscellaneous changes, such as fixing an exploit related to malicious servers, resolving a frequent crash caused by having the game minimized during map loading, and slightly adjusting the radius at which a smoke grenade will extinguish the blast of an incendiary. While most of the Dota 2 updates released over the past weeks were extremely minor, one patch in particular did introduce some major changes as part of the 6.83 balance patch. As with every major balance patch, including the one released alongside the Shifting Snows update back in December, a number of small versions follow to help fine-tune many of the changes previously introduced in order to keep the game from becoming stale or overly predictable. This time, the 6.83b patch mainly focuses on reducing the effectiveness of popular, arguably overpowered heroes. These include a radius reduction to Tidehunter's Anchor Smash, damage reductions to Brewmaster's Hurl Boulder, and Slark's Pounce abilities, an increased cooldown for Vengeful Spirit's Magic Missile, 1 less armor for Juggernaut alongside a shorter cast range for his Omni/Ultimate, and a significantly increased mana cost for Faceless Void's Chronosphere. Respawn times were also rescaled, while the Team Gold bounty received for destroying ranged and melee barracks was increased. We think it's pretty likely the next balance patch will be released alongside this year's new Bloom Festival update set to begin sometime in mid-February, so we'll be sure to let you know when that arrives and what the Year of the Ram brings with it. For now, be sure to check out the new We, the Community documentary if you're looking to learn more about the rich history of both Dota and Dota 2. The 20 or so minute short film takes a close look at the competitive scene starting all the way back in the early 2000s, before following the story of how both the game's niche audience grew into one of the largest and most active in the world. The film features insightful interviews from Gabe Newell, Eric Johnson, Toby Donson, Jacob Toft Anderson, and more, so it's definitely worth checking out if you want to learn more about how Dota developed from the mouths of some of the people who helped make it happen. Given nothing we've spoken about so far has been even remotely related to Half-Life, mainly because there's nothing to say about the series right now, regardless of what some people might have you think, here's something a little different which we think will interest a bunch of you. So let's take a look at HalfMapper, a community-created open-source renderer recently released by its creator Gonzalo. The renderer was previously used to create full 3D views of the Black Mesa facility from Half-Life 1 in videos such as this, and can remove all models, decals, and other entities from the game world, allowing for clean and stylized images, including neat isometric shots such as these. According to HalfMapper's GitHub page, Gonzalo is looking for help improving the project, including having the renderer support some of Half-Life 1's more complex maps, and to take screenshots of the world from the top down. Given it's an open source project, feel free to head on over to the GitHub page to download the renderer for yourself or to try and help out with its development. It's not very often we talk about Garry's mod, mainly given Garry's shift to Rust and the mod's relative distance from Valve, but we thought an announcement made this past week was worth noting here on the show. Gmod Tower, one of the most ambitious and popular game modes in all of Garry's mod, has recently been overhauled with the introduction of Lobby 2, its second major map. The game mode and its lobby map act as a hub for players to come together to play mini-games, hang out, decorate their own apartments, watch YouTube videos, gamble, and much more. It generally has something for everyone, and Lobby 2, released on Saturday the 7th of February, makes the main hub more interesting and look better than ever before. Meaning, now is a pretty good time to check it out if you're into Garry's mod like Nick is. The Gmod Tower game mode is only ever run on a small number of exclusive servers, meaning you should check the video description for a link to it if you're looking to join in. Those of you looking to expand your library of Valve-themed merchandise are in luck, as a bunch of new items were added to both the Valve store and the We Love Find website around a week ago. Over on Valve's own site, 6 new smartphone cases were released for the Samsung Galaxy S4, S5, and the Apple iPhone 5S and 6. Each case currently retails for $20 on the Valve store, which isn't half bad if you're looking for a new way to protect your smartphone. Over on We Love Find, a pair of new Team Fortress 2 themed hoodies were released, with each sporting male and female variants. The rather simple red and blue team hoodies are currently available for $45 alongside an ever-expanding list of community-designed merchandise, which is also definitely worth a look, as We Love Find currently boasts some of the best TF2 t-shirt and poster designs we've ever seen. Given it's been a while since a totally new map has been added to Team Fortress 2, you may want to check out the recent additions to TF2Maps.net's 2014 mini detailing contest, which were highlighted in a new video. Like the site's other contest showcase videos, the 5-minute short takes passing looks at all of the entrants to their most recent competition, which involved creating a visually appealing environment set in the Team Fortress 2 universe without having to focus on any attention towards gameplay, flow, structure, or layout. As such, the result is a bunch of extremely good-looking landscapes, facilities, caves, and urban landscapes, all of which make the video worth checking out in their own right. There'll be an annotation link to the video on screen right now, and we'll be sure to stick another one up after the usual social media slide, which should be here any second now. Here it is. As usual, be sure to check out our previous content, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch TV to catch all the latest Valve news as it happens. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.